Pickle bread is a real thing, actually. It's just like, man, you just use dildo. Oh, fuck. Fuck. Idiot. Fuck. Idiot. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Fucking idiot. Oh, thanks, fuck asshole. No, man. Fuck idiot. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live hosted by me, Mr. Philly. I had to restart my live because some jackass troll decided to say something that made me repeat it. Unfortunately, stupidly, foolishly, and here I am again. So anyway, so today we are rating Dubai chocolate. I really just wanted to try Dubai chocolate. I've been wanting to try it for a very long time. I wanted to see what the hype is about, actually. So yeah, but I passed by this gas station that I live close by, and they sell it's like $20 though a pop. So I was like, I didn't want to spend $20. But anyway, then I finally asked my brother, and he's like, the grocery store down the street actually that I go to a lot actually sells it for a lot cheaper. It's like $10. But anyway, so it's a little small. I don't know. I mean, it's $20 for a chocolate, even $10 for a chocolate bar. I don't know. That's quite a bit. But anyway, but we'll see if it's worth it or not. So anyway, all right. So Dubai chocolate, for those of you who don't know, is a chocolate bar that turned into a viral dessert trend, and it's made with milk chocolate and it's stuffed with this pistachio cream that's made with tahini or sometimes mascarpone, and it's also stuffed with katifi, which is a phyllo dough, and a phyllo dough, and it's toasted actually. So it's a really interesting chocolate actually. So it almost sounds like a kind of a chocolate with a vegan inside filling, basically. So it kind of sounds like a healthier chocolate. So I don't know. We're gonna see what the hype is about. We're gonna see how it goes, and it originated obviously in Dubai. And I think a TikToker went to this place. I cannot remember the place, and I cannot remember the TikToker who went there, and he tried it, and I think it went viral because of that. So anyway, so that's how it went. So we're gonna try it, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts and my rating. So we'll see where it goes. All right, here we go. Hello, girly. Oh shoot. So anyway, I'm gonna give you my thoughts and my ratings. Here we go. Oh, I gotta put in the fridge. It's starting to melt. Mm, mm, mm. Buy chocolate. First taste test. Mm, interesting. That's good. I think the best way I could rate it is like a Middle Eastern Kit Kat bar. Mm, it's interesting. I mean, so you can taste the chocolate, obviously, which is pretty much the prominent flavor, which it should be for any chocolate bar. I'm not a big dessert person, and let alone chocolate person. I'm more of a chocolate peanut butter person, but I have to be in the mood for it. Other than that, I don't like sugar highs. That much. That's why I don't eat a lot of sweets. But I'd say it's got that nutty crispiness in it, and the flavor carries, but it's got that nuttiness to it. But the katifa is really what I no, not the katifa, but the pistachio. But it's not harsh that I could actually. It's not really harsh, harsh. So that was what carries actually. So it makes it pretty good, honestly. Mm, honestly, though, I don't think it's really worth the hype that is, actually. I would actually prefer, a Milky Way or a Kit Kat bar over this, honestly. There's a lot of other chocolates. Oh, it's good. It actually just tastes kind of like a healthier, chocolate, with pistachios in it. I mean, it's interesting. It's really interesting. I would give it honestly, I think I would give it a solid 6, I mean, it's good, but it wouldn't be my go-to. If I want sweets, I want sweets, I want something that's obviously, unhealthy and something that tastes really delicious, you know what I mean? I want deliciousness, I don't want something that, tastes good, but, is different, kind of interesting, curious. So yeah, I think that's my rating on that actually. So it's kind of a Middle Eastern Kit Kat bar, with an interesting, intriguing filling actually. So yeah, solid 6. I know maybe that'd be a low rating. I mean, I guess I would eat it actually if I was on a if I was if I love sweets and I wanted to to curve down on sweets. I mean, the pistachio filling, does give it that distinct flavor. So yeah, the pistachio filling is what you can taste actually. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So it's really cool, honestly. So yeah. So any questions, concerns, comments, or anything like that? So Dubai chocolate, 6 out of 9. All right. So that's all I can say about that. So yeah. Anyway, how's everybody's day going? Everybody doing well? I probably should do a picture of this later on, but yeah. Hold on, guys. That's great. Nice to meet you. Goldrine Bowman. Nice to meet you. Sorry. But like I said, I'm not really a chocolate person. I'm not a big sweets person. I was never really, even when I was a kid, though, I was never really, really big into chocolate by itself. I think chocolate by itself is kind of boring, honestly. I know this sounds a little weird or not really a traditional answer that you would hear, but chocolate peanut butter. I like peanut butter better, honestly. I like the saltiness associated with it. And I know there's also, some places they do chocolate covered bacon or anything. Oh yeah, I'll take that any day, honestly. I'm more of a salty savory person. I like that both. If you can combine that together, actually, that would be actually cool. And then also, there's I mean, like, hopefully, because we're gonna take a trip to Philadelphia actually soon, in a few weeks, and, there's a place that actually has, it's a, bar and grill, and, Last Chance Lucky's, guys, look it up if you haven't, actually, and they serve this really intricate, burgers, actually, and they won, Best Burger in Philadelphia 3 times in a row by their burger awards, and they have this burger with peanut butter and jelly on it, actually, and it's really, really delicious. I went there a few years ago. This was back when I was on Instagram and Facebook, but I really wish I would have saved that video, honestly, but I didn't. Hopefully, and no, I am gonna make sure to make time to actually show you guys actually. But this place that sells this really intricate burgers actually. But yeah, one of their burgers that actually won the award was the PB and J burger, and they had bacon and it has peanut butter and jelly on it. Or peanut butter is mostly what they spread on it, and then white cheddar. But it tastes like a salty peanut butter. So yeah, it's not like it's too sweet, and they don't put lettuce on it because that would really drown out the flavor. So yeah, things like that. I mean, I'm not really, I'm adventurous, but there's only so much adventurous that I can be. But like, that actually tasted really, really good. So yeah, I mean, I like flavors that you can combine actually. So I mean, this is actually something that I should like, and I do like it, but it's not something that I would eat all the time, honestly. So yeah. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? I mean, like, yeah, it's just not. It wouldn't be my go-to, but I do like it. But I don't really love it. I guess. I mean, it just tastes like a chocolate bar that's from Middle Eastern that has a really distinct flavor in it, and it has a really intricate, pistachio feeling flavor. It's just really interesting. So yeah. So anyway, yeah, Dubai chocolate. I'm really glad that I could finally do this rating with you guys. Actually, I've been wanting to rate this for a long time. I continuously keep forgetting about it because I know Dubai chocolate is actually a viral thing. Actually, so yeah. Uh, anyway, Ovaltine. Wow, I've heard of Ovaltine. Do they still make that? All right. All right, dude. You know what? If you continuously talk about Christianity, which is fine, I mean, but obviously you're looking for attention and you're doing it on somebody else's channel, well, then you should start your own channel and talk about your own gospel Bible thumping stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, this is where I'm talking about food. It's really rude to do that to me. It's really irrelevant right now. So yeah, you're gonna get blocked for that. We're not doing that. How you doing? Not too bad. Not too bad. Actually, not too bad. Ovaltine, like chocolate Ovaltine, dude. I remember the commercials for Ovaltine. That I don't even know what that is actually. I'm gonna have to look that up actually after. But I remember chocolate Ovaltine. It was like I remember the Ovaltine commercials. They used to make chocolate. It was I guess assuming it's a healthier alternative to chocolate milk or something. I'm 6'2" and my eyes are blue. Actually, if you look close now, because I've aged actually, and I think, as you age, your eyes age too, actually. So they're actually gray. They have a little gray, but they have bluish, a really strong bluish tint to it. They used to be really, really sky blue, honestly. They used to be really piercing, like really deep. But, I guess apparently they still are. So yeah, I mean, like a lot of people comment on my eyes how deep they are. You know what I mean? Oh, is that really? Really? That was chocolate Ovaltine. I did not know that. Well, that's interesting. I just remember commercials just talking about it as a alternative to chocolate milk or whatever. Uh, I don't know why you keep asking me that, but if you continuously ask me that, you're gonna get timed out. Sugar really often. Oh, okay, okay. I thought so. I thought so. I have never tried it. So is it good? I mean, would you say? I mean, I don't even like chocolate milk. I was never a big chocolate. My brother loved the crap out of chocolate milk, though. He used to drink it all the time. But yeah, I like hot chocolate. I mean, yeah, no, I mean, definitely. I mean, like, I didn't even think it was a big thing. I mean, I usually try to give ratings on things that are big. Like this. This is a viral sensation, Dubai chocolate. That's why I did that. I I don't like chocolate milk. I like hot chocolate sometimes, actually. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah. Decode what are you talking about? But anyway. Really? Did it work? I don't know. I mean, I remember commercials about it, I just thought it was like, the other gentleman said it was a healthy alternative to chocolate milk, and it had minerals in it. But it might be good. I don't know. My mom, she makes a salad shake, but she like puts some kind of chocolate extract in it to hide the salad flavor or whatever. Some kind of salad smoothie or some kind of weird voodoo crap in it, but she says it tastes all right. And I've tasted it. It tastes very minerally, but you can definitely taste more of a dark chocolate flavor to it. So yeah, I mean that makes sense actually. I mean, yeah, I mean, I should, look into eating more like that actually, which would be good for me. But I mean, I'm a chef. I'm a social media chef. I eat unhealthy food. I love unhealthy food. And, I don't even really eat like a cook all the time, honestly. I mean, like, and part of my channel is based on the fact that, like, I want to prove, I like rating things that people eat all the time. People go to McDonald's all the time. People go to fast food. That's the type of person I am. And I want to prove to you guys that I eat like a regular guy, honestly. But I love food. I love food in general. I love better food. I love this food, but like, hey, I mean, like, hey, I love a Big Mac every now and again. Absolutely. You know, not just because, somebody's a chef or a cook, doesn't mean they eat regular food like everybody else does, and that's where I'm at. So the necklace from Ireland. Oh my goodness. I have cousins. I'm an Irishman too, My father's 70% Irish. So yeah, I would love to visit Ireland. I know I have relatives that I've never met over there. Yeah. Really? I did not know that. Oh wow. I'd have to look that up actually. That's really interesting. The necklace is actually a Catholic. So I'm Catholic, and it's used to be more common in conservative Catholic culture. Um, so according to Catholic theology, there was a saint, and the Virgin Mary appeared to him, and she gave him this actually, the brown scapular. It's what it's called, scapular, which comes from the Latin word scapula, which means shoulder, something you wear on your shoulders. And it's supposed to be protection, to die a holy death and everything. So that's what that basic stuff is. There's a lot more involved into it, but monks used to wear what they call the scapular. If you look at a traditional monk habit, they have something that covers all over, but it was really big. It was only worn by monks. But the Virgin Mary appeared to this one saint, and she gave this type of scapular to be worn by regular people. So that's what my necklace is. If that answers your question, that makes sense actually. Scottish. Oh wow. Oh, my favorite movie is One of my favorite movies is Braveheart. Iran. How's Iran doing right now? Well, I mean, I talk to people from Ukraine sometimes, and they tell me it's really scary to be here. There's like bombs going off and everything. I don't mean to get political, but it's sad to hear about people. I talk to people from war-stricken countries, and they tell me how horrible it is to work on there. And to live there and everything. 'Cause, like, you can't even go outside because there's just so much problems going on and whatever, places are closed down and everything because of war. It's terrible. Anyway, I don't know what the heck you're saying there. No idea. Mm, so anyway. Well, I appreciate the live, I appreciate, we have some pretty interesting people here, I'm gonna have to try Ovaltine. I don't even know if they still make it. I actually don't even know if it was made anymore. I remember when they had commercials for it, when they said, "More Ovaltine, please." That's how the commercial went. Excuse me. And then, like, it was just a healthier alternative to hot or chocolate milk or whatever, but I'm not a big chocolate person. I'm really not. I mean, I like chocolate peanut butter, but, like I said, I don't eat sweets that often, I I just have to be in the mood for it. I'm a more salty, savory guy, and, I have to if I have chocolate, I have to have peanut butter with it. I like to have something or caramel with it. If I'm gonna eat chocolate, I don't like eating chocolate plain. I like eating with something, and I don't like eating sweets that often because I just do not like sugar highs. I mean, I hate that feeling. Oh, I just feel like I'm gonna throw up, or oh, I hate that crash after sugar highs, honestly, which sounds really bad, because I'm also addicted to alcohol, and I'm hung, and I get hangovers, but I honestly rather have a hangover than a sugar high. Honestly, I don't know why. I know that sounds really weird, but yeah. Macaron. Oh, okay, okay. What is this? Oh, so what is this, Travis? What is this recipe? Macaroni, potatoes. Oh, interesting. What is that? Oh, is that so? I don't. I wouldn't know. I don't know. I mean, like, people come on my live and they tell me they're from Ukraine or they're from Iran or Israel, and I'm like, it's really sad. They tell me how bad it is. Because I don't have my glasses. That's why. I have watched that, yes. Yeah, it was pretty good, honestly. John Goodman played a good character in that. He was a really creepy character in that, actually. Not creepy, but he was, like, really kind of like somebody walk around eggshells. I think he did a really good job. I think he made that movie. That was a good movie, honestly. Yes, it was good. Could've been better, but it was good, actually, and I really liked the ending, actually, so yeah. Mm. Really? And is this, where, is this a popular dish in Ireland or what? You said you're from Ireland or Scotland, is that what you said? You know, I talk about this many times, honestly. I'm not Irish, and, I'm not trashing on Ireland because, I'm Irish too, obviously. I'm well over 50% Irish, honestly. And, but Irish cuisine, they don't really have that much, honestly. I mean, like, you got potato soup, oyster soup, you got your Irish soda bread, which I don't really like. I don't like that distinct flavor it has, and then, you got corned beef, that's which is good, and you make corned beef sandwiches, which I don't even think is Irish, actually. I think that immigrated. But corned beef is good, if you make it right. And, that's one of the things, I hate to, and I'm not trying to, well, never mind. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. My mother used to make it all the time, corned beef, but she didn't make it right. She put it in a crock pot. You have to, something that's such mild in flavor. Don't throw in the crock pot. It's gonna take away the flavor. You have to add flavor to it. You have to, cook it slowly, to add moisture to it, Well, I don't know. Well, I don't. I debate that actually. I mean, alcohol kind of goes right through you because they say alcohol is better for you than soda. Soda is so artificial. So I don't know. So I don't know about that. I debate that. Alcohol is slightly healthier for you than sugar, actually. Alcohol is a little bit more natural, I think. Like Coca-Cola is not really natural. And I love Coke. I love soda, honestly. I don't drink it as much as I used to because, I just can't do the sugar anymore. I try to drink Coke Zero, but I try to drink it once a week. And I actually didn't drink it at all this week, so I'm doing really well. So I try to drink it soda once a week, and I usually do Coke Zero. So yeah, that's it. But, I love Coca-Cola, though. I mean, I grew up on that stuff. It's delicious. I love vanilla Coke too. We're interesting. Well, Travis, tell me the name of it again. I'm gonna have to look it up because I'm gonna definitely look up the recipe, see what you want. Great movie, Titanic. I mean, well, we're going off in tangents, and I really need to put that. Yeah, it kind of sure has actually. You're definitely right about that. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Uh, well, a lot of people have their problems. A lot of people have their struggles, just like me. I admit it. I've been open and honest about mine from day one, honestly. Goodbye, Tony. You're not going to promote that disgusting behavior on my channel. A lot of trolls now, apparently. Mhm. Hello, Natasha Marie. How you doing? How you doing? Mhm. Oh, thank you very much, Jacob. I appreciate that. Oh no, my favorite horror franchise. Oh, that would be The Purge. That was one of them. That's probably number two on there. You guys keep acting like idiots. You're gonna get blocked. You know that, right? I have moderators. Okay. Well, I mean, I like to debate that, but we'll see. Well, I may fit the stereotype. I don't know. I mean, like a lot of people that I've talked to, and a lot of people that I worked with that were cooks and everything, they they love their alcohol, obviously, but they deal with people who scream in them at them all day actually about, getting food right and prepped correctly, so it's a stereotype, a lot of chefs are alcoholics. But, I can kind of see why. And I mean, like, I have never worked as a chef. I only work as, a social media chef right now. But like, I did work in a kitchen, and I worked with a lot of bosses in there. They are a holes, honestly. So yeah. All right, thank you so much, Natasha. All right, so that's where I'm at, honestly. But I've been open and honest about my problems, and a lot of people tell me, I just really want to be that person, and I don't mind, hey, I have an issue, I'll tell you right now. I'm a former drug user, honestly, and I used to go down a dark road, honestly, but I still struggle with alcoholism. Roman pie. Okay, interesting, interesting. Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. All right, Natasha, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking, though. Sorry I didn't answer, and my nose going really, really well. Thank you. So, I just rated Dubai chocolate. If you don't know what that is, go back and watch. It's really interesting. I really wanted to see what the hype was about. So, yeah. And I redid this live actually, so I was really pissed off. But anyway, excuse my language, but yeah. But no, I mean, I've tried to be open and honest. If you have a problem, people struggle with problems no matter what it is. People have addictions no matter what it is. I mean, there are, I mean, I look at some people, who have addictions like somebody who has a vice. I mean, like somebody could be an alcoholic. Okay, that's a vice, like me, or somebody who lives next door to me. He might have pride. He might be so prideful he doesn't even talk to certain people. Actually, it might be so bad that he's just so prideful he won't even talk to his family. So really, a vice could be an addiction, really. You're just addicted. It's just easier to be addicted to something that makes you feel better in some sense than, to, be, try to change. So that's basically what an addiction is. Actually, it's being addicted to a vice, That's how I look at it. Some people are worse than others. That's it. So yeah. And I try not to judge because I can't judge, Look at me. Oh dear. Hey, Rock Monster, how are ya? Yeah, I sure do remember you, Josh. How are you? Yeah, you're subscribed. I'm pretty sure you're actually subscribed to my channel. So yeah, of course I can see my open subscribers. So yeah. So we had a really good live tonight, honestly, because yeah, I haven't I already answered that question. Yeah, we had a really good live. I appreciate all the people that coming on. We had a few trolls, but I really appreciate, all the recipes and all the suggestions about Ovaltine and Roman's pie or whatever it's called. I'm definitely gonna look that up. And I'm gonna definitely look that up Ovaltine because I actually thought Ovaltine was discontinued. So I didn't even know. But yeah, Dubai chocolate was a really interesting rating, and I've been wanting to rate this for a long time. So I appreciate everybody that came on. So yeah. So I'm gonna stay on for a little bit longer, but I gotta go eat, honestly. I know it sounds really bad, sugar. Well, I mean, like, somebody was telling me sugar, alcohol is worse than you from sugar. So I don't know. I still think that's debatable, honestly. I don't know. The glass of wine can be good for you for a day. A glass of wine is actually supposedly good for your heart. So I don't know. So that's an interesting debate. I mean, whoever said that last, but oh yeah. I can't even say your name. I need my glasses, but yeah, I mean, like a glass of wine is actually supposedly good for your heart. So I don't know. I think that's debatable. Favorite chocolate. Oh, I don't really eat sweets that often, honestly. I'm not a big sweet person. I'm more of a salty, savory type of guy. But like, I like chocolate peanut butter. I like chocolate with caramel, chocolate with something. I don't like chocolate by itself. And like I don't like sweets because I don't like sugar highs, that much. Like I mentioned. But that's a really good question, honestly. I like donuts. I do like donuts a lot, though. Favorite type of chocolate? Well, that'd be interesting. What could I? Well, what could I say with chocolate that I like? Honestly, I guess honestly, as of right now, I can't think of anything. But I like chocolate and peanut butter ice cream. I guess peanut butter with chocolate ice cream. So yeah, well, I love I love cream filled donuts. I love not Boston cream, vanilla cream filled. Really good. So much sugar though. They say if you eat one donut, it's like seven sodas. But yeah, that's why I don't eat sweets that often. That's another reason why I don't eat sweets that often. I eat sweets that often, I'd be three times the weight that I am right now. That's another reason why I don't eat sweets that often. You know what I mean? So yeah. Well, that's a good question, honestly. I think I think the Aztecs were the ones who started chocolate actually. So I think the original chocolate would be taste better, honestly. Yeah, aren't they? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chocolate used to be used as back in food, if you want to learn a little bit about food history, chocolate was used as a currency. And I thought it was actually started in South America, or Mexico, or, yeah, by the Aztecs. So that's interesting. So I don't know. I think I like, well, shoot, European would probably be better chocolate, but yeah, I mean, like, I don't know. I don't eat a lot of sweets and I don't eat a lot of chocolate in general, so I really wouldn't know. But I guess if I would had to guess, I think European chocolate would be better. So yeah, that's interesting. Mm. Well, I mean, this was a really good live, honestly, you guys. I appreciate everybody that came on, and I appreciate all the questions, concerns, comments. Yeah. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm probably gonna call it a night. I don't see anybody else on, so I'm probably gonna call it a night. And I really appreciate this, and I appreciate the live, and I appreciate all the questions, concerns, comments. All right, you guys have a good night, and as always, happy cooking, everybody. Bye.